Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, of course, you know me, hey. But if you're new to my channel, hey. So today I want to look into why Snowden I can't remember the guy's first name. Anyway, used to work for the NSA, stole a bunch of data, video, all kinds of stuff from the NSA, you know, on a thumb drive, whatever, a bunch of thumb drives, and of course had to flee. had to flee. So I want to know why he's in Russia and why he's okay in Russia. I want to know if maybe he was aligned with Putin from the get-go, and let's just see if the cards can teach us a little bit about what really happened and what's really going on with him. Edward Snowden, that's the guy's name. Okay. All right, let me get the camera dropped down. I'll get started. Okay, so I'm using the Gilded Reverie Linneman by Ciro Marchetti. There's a few extra cards. It's an expanded edition. And I'm calling in all my guides and guardian angels from the highest levels of love, which is also truth, to ask about the past. What is the truth about the past of Edward Snowden? Is he a hero? A whistleblower? Or was he compromised from the get-go? Or did something go wrong in between? What is the truth about Edward Snowden? Okay. So the same 21 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. So one thing I can say for sure, or what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, my goodness, I was empathing him as I was drawing the cards, you know, pulling into his energy. Or his energy pulling into me, and back in the past, the guy was just not at all grounded. So he's going to go over just a little bit. Very much up in his head, very reactive. You know, kind of like if we drank too much coffee or something, or indulged in some of those awful drinks like Red Bull. Yikes. I remember having one of those years ago and then just about dying for hours and hours. Had to drink tons of water. Okay, we've got some trouble here. Oh my goodness. Okay. I hope those are all... Actually, we need to go up just a little. Okay. Yeah, so, okay. Well, the opening 3 cards here say that, you know, there's information passed along in the past from him, information passed along to at least 2 sources. Yeah. It's like he took information and moved it through, like news, and passed it through at least two organizations, and he was guided to look deeper into specific organizations, into this. The tree is all about like the brains of an organization. Wow. But these cards here and these cards around the edge, I don't feel like he was trustworthy at all. So let me just look at it both ways, because I want to, if I'm wrong, I want to definitely see that. Okay, but so now let's go around let's do the four corners, because that's how you do this. So the snake is about betraying. The snake is about something really complicated that he has to be, or had to be very, because remember, this is all the past, or he had to be very, very careful. But it's this is a card of an enemy, and a dangerous, dangerous enemy with a goal. With a goal that included being paid money. Wow. Okay, so dangerous enemy that was integral. It was, key in moving information to at least two different organizations. So, this is like partly, well, he took important opportunities here to go the way he wanted to go. And he did it repeatedly, and he did it in an abusive fashion. The fox is the spy. The fox is the blackmailer. The fox is the backstabber. It's a lot like the snake, only. Well, what is the difference really with these two? I mean, to make a distinction between these two. This card can, but they both can have you being very careful. This one can be detours. This one can be like taking information, and this card can be, if you guys are reading for yourselves, it can be a feminine card. It can be, like the other woman. But in this situation, I think he had to be really careful, and the situation, the really important situation that he was involved with, shows that that he took the information and put it into the wrong hands. That he had, the fox is about having a hidden agenda, but being very, very cunning with it. And this is the spy card in the Lenormand. It really is. Wow. It's all about working in a manipulative fashion and also being a liar. And on another level, it could be that he got trapped somehow, because this can be a card of entrapment. Could be that while he was looking into things, examining things within the NSA, he might have gotten trapped in some repetitive, abusive information. But then this is all him and his actions in his past, right? That's the reason for this whole reading. He masked something. He was two-faced. He created when we look at this, like the House of Mirrors, he created something. This last card here shows that all of his riskiness, was revealed. This ring card here shows a commitment, shows a partnership with someone who's not able to be trusted. A really risky partnership. So I'm thinking that's got to be Putin. Let's see, let's look at this column here because it's the theme. So this is research and investigation, and this is subterfuge, and the dark side is pointing towards this time, this element of, something that went on for probably a pretty good amount of time. And then the light side is shining light on change and going back and forth from like the nest of the organization. And then because the whip knights to the storks here, back and forth, repetitively, masking, I would think, information, every new little bit of information. I'm knighting here. And knighting up here, where just, spying repeatedly and masking it. Wow. Little bits of information constantly back and forth, researching, and then, new information, and let's give it. That's what he did. Wow. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so surprised to see this. Other than I've been wondering, for this last month or so, why is he safe in Russia? Why was he able to go to Russia and be safe there? Put up in an apartment, I think, or a hotel or something like that, and he's taken care of. That's there's some darkness there. Okay, so this is the main. So here, this string here. So this research, looking more deeply into something. That card is knighting down here to the anchor, which is a goal. And it's also a target. So we're talking about, because it's over here, knight's over here to the key. So he was a key target. And I think he was paid a lot of money to just do this, constant going in, getting new information and giving it out. So I guess it probably went to WikiLeaks, to Julian Assange, I'm thinking. I don't know, it's been so darn long, I kind of forget these details. And of course, Mr. The former guy, Mr. Twitler, he's taken up a lot of my brain space, to say the least. Okay, so anyway, because here's the core, here's the key right here. He did spy while he was in the NSA. He was directed from a dangerous organization, which would be Putin, to go in, get what he wanted, get it on the thumb drives, get it out. Wow. Okay, so a very dangerous betrayal. And he was, two-faced here, took the opportunity. The mountain card is a hidden enemy under the context of this question, or this reading. I'm seeing it as another like dangerous hidden enemy. And again, that place where he was just up in his head all the time, just getting the information and then relaying it through. But let's keep looking, because we've got a 9 square here, and we've got a 9 square here, and here, and here. The core, let's go to this core here. The core is the subterfuge, the hidden, distorted things where it could be very uncertain, but also where there's a lot of confusion. And the confusion hid how long it was going on and how he was directed to do this research into the NSA and any other organization he was directed to look into. And then, he went into the nest, he got the information, and then he went back out and gave it. It was all hidden. And he was paid. And he did it a lot. And, he was an asset, he was a target, and he had a target. Wow. So for instance, if he hadn't have been guilty, I wouldn't have gotten the fox, I wouldn't have gotten the snake, I wouldn't have gotten the ring, I wouldn't have gotten the mask card, I wouldn't have gotten this risky card here, I wouldn't have gotten the mountain. I would have gotten other cards, like maybe his card and then some loyal cards around it. Like, let's say, so if he wasn't guilty, I would maybe, let's just play around here. If I had the man, let's pretend, here we go. If I had the man and I had the, the dog, I would say he was loyal. And I don't know what else, maybe like loyal to the government there, And I wasn't asking if, loyal online with the stars, and with the house. Oh my goodness, that's right. If we would have had, wait, I saw it a second ago. If we would have had the house, it would have been that he was a safe person that we could trust. But none of those cards came through. And remember, we have to focus back on the question was, what did he do in the past? What did he do in the past in relationship with the NSA or any other organization? He betrayed, he moved information, important information, to secret hidden enemies, and a dangerous betrayer. And he had a goal that went for a long time, spanned over a long time, that he was paid for. And just went back and forth until he got caught. It'll all be revealed someday, probably. Meanwhile, he's done all different kinds of, and maybe that's part of his deal with Putin, is to do all these, like interviews with different people to talk about, to badmouth the NSA, because, that's what, of course, that would be Putin's goal. So there's another angle we can look at. Let's do that. Let me reshuffle, because I didn't feel like I really needed to go through all the 9, I got clearly, whether you guys trust me with it or not, I get clearly that he was dirty. Let's look at his relationship with Putin. Past, present, and future. Edward Snowden's relationship with Vladimir Putin or any Russian oligarchs. But, nothing happens in Russia without Putin knowing about it or directing it. Then again, maybe the oligarchs have more power over Putin. What do I know at this point? Maybe they've had it with Putin. But anyway, this is the past. You know what? I should not look at the whole. Well, I'll take whatever information my guides want to bring in, but I'm thinking it's better to look at the past, his past relationship with Putin. That feels better. His past relationship with Putin. Edward Snowden's past relationship with Putin. Oops. Wow. Man, I can't tell you the amount of fear. Wow. Okay. So he was definitely very, very afraid of him, that's for sure. These same cards. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this is Snowden here. Funny, he actually looks like him. Ah. Oh, sorry about that glare. Wow. Okay. Actually, maybe if I turn this lamp off over here, hold on, maybe. Sorry, you guys, I didn't notice I had such a glare going on. These are shiny cards. It's challenging. Okay, so, and if you see anything else, it's my ceiling fan doing a thing down here, so I'm sorry about that. So here's our theme. You know, the hidden subterfuge, the cloudy, the confusion, and the dark opportunity that happened. This is my yes card. Well, there are many yes cards, but this is a major yes card that says, yes, there was a relationship, and it did involve money. And wow, Edward Snowden had a goal to receive money. He may have been, from a young age, he may have been compromised or an asset. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Huh. Okay, so the tree says, I'm going to do the four corners here. The tree has to do with something that went on for a really long time. It has to do with karma. It has to do with something you would invest in. It has to do with your brain. You know, something that you put your life force into. And he did it repetitively. The whip is all about something repetitively. Work, 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 work. Actions, you know, getting things done. As a dangerous enemy who was also an opportunist and wanted to hide the whole thing. But this, you know, navigating this direction, you know, here's the brains in the NSA, here's him in the NSA, and here's him as a backstabbing betrayer for the NSA, repetitively moving information to a hidden dangerous enemy, and then navigating this risky relationship that he had to hide, of course. So we've got this knighting going on here. Look at these just same cards, you know, here's this relationship, here's this commitment. He was committed to being a spy. Right here. Snowden, the spy, with the commitment to look deeper and keep moving the energy, keep moving the information, just keep going, going, going. And over time, it got riskier and riskier, and of course, he got caught. And then that's why he probably went to Russia. So if we had any doubt right here that this card would represent the NSA or the organization of our government, this card brings it in. The organization of our government. The tower in the Lenormand is a government institution or some type of an institution. And he was a danger. It's like he went in, I think, and like scraped information. Of course, he stole information for Putin. So this is so weird to reshuffle and get all these same cards. The only new card here, is there any new card here? The man and the tower. Everything else these are all the same cards. Wow. Okay, so subterfuge as the theme, and that was the goal. And here is, here's Snowden himself. And when it started, when the opportunity came in, he was very young, he was a very young man. So he was a plant. He was a Russian plant, dangerous enemy planted in our government from the get-go. Wow! Yeah. And he just betrayed. He just kept taking the opportunity to betray and betray. And he did it over and over and over and over again until he had to get the heck out of Dodge because he was discovered. I wonder how they got him out. How he got away. I don't know anything about that. If you guys know, please drop it in the comments. So anyway, yes, it's saying the same thing, but my key card here as to whether or not he had a committed relationship with Putin, the answer is yes, because this is the yes card. This is the most important card, and it's smack dab in the middle of the whole spread. These 9 cards are really, really important here. And this is the most important card because it's right in the center. So we could say for sure he was diving in and getting information for Putin, and he for sure had a commitment to Putin to be a spy. Wow. Okay. Well, rather than going through card by card and, talking about the whole, I just sitting back and looking at this spread, it feels like a big fat yes that he did this for Putin. And we get this again. Wasn't this card in the same place? Weren't these 2 cards together in the same place in the last spread before I reshuffled? It's like, yeah, the goal, he was a target and he made a lot of money from it. Then he got caught. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just don't feel like sitting in this anymore because I can see it. I can see the truth. So, but any of you other Lenormand readers out there, anyone that gets any intuition, feel free to drop it in the comments, and we can learn from your wisdom there, your insight. Okay, thanks you guys. Take good care. Bye.